Hey, what is up, guys? Commissioner Dimes here. If you're getting this, you are a member of the 2019 SoftBanks Fantasy Baseball League. Welcome back. Got a few announcements. First of all, I didn't do too many videos last year, so um, I'm a little behind. First thing I want to do is congratulate Greg Laporte for taking the championship last year. And as well as Matt Tien for putting up a incredible fight, basically end to end as the regular season champ, and then took it on the chin on the last day, losing a tough matchup to Craig. So congratulations to those two gentlemen. Believe my brother came in third, so shout out Peter Geary. Well done. But we're into a new season now, so a few things to tidy up here. We had quite a bit of turnover in the league. I lost 4 managers, but there were some teams that for a few years hadn't really been putting in the effort that we hope for and expect in this league. So I think it's going to be beneficial to the league. Luckily, I was able to acquire 4 very strong candidates to take over the new teams. They've all confirmed, and now we're into new team assignments. So 2 of the new managers who have teams assigned, one comes from our football league. Chad Big Play LaFlay is in. Hope for a little better result than he had in football, where he was acting sort of like AAA LaFlay, sending all of his players through the Laporte trade cartel and helping Mr. Monkman to a championship, but that's a controversy that we'll leave to another day. I think we'll see different things in baseball. So Chad's taking over Salsa's team, headlined by Mike Trout. So a new Mike Trout era begins. We'll see if he is dealt this year, maybe, to bring in more talent to that squad. There was speculation it would have happened over the last couple of years and never did. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles that. Second, Brett Reno. He will be taking over. He is taking over Andrew's team. Last place team, but has stocked with talent, and obviously will have the first pick overall in the redraft. So a lot of good things that can be done there. Also, I know personally Brett is a student of the game, very intelligent. Had the pleasure of catching him a number of times in actual baseball, and he would be probably one of the top 2 or 3 as far as most intelligent pitchers that I had the pleasure to work with. So expect a lot of big things out of him, and we'll see how he holds up and what he can do to turn around the Andrew squad. 2 more that are left are Cologne's Crushers, which, again, stock full of talent, but a little light on the effort. So we'll see what happens there. And Mike Gojmrak's Diamond Cutters, who second place finish 2 years back, also loaded with talent, a little heavy on the pitching, with Kershaw and Price. So again, a lot of stuff that can happen there. Those 2 teams need to be assigned. I'm going to be doing it tonight. 2 new managers, Kevin Klein, assistant coach in the softball ranks here in Burlington, and a very good friend of mine. He will be coming into the league and taking over a team, and Mr. Ryan Ralph, who dates way back in fantasy with me. Over a decade ago, we met in a fantasy league, and our paths have crossed again. Also very intelligent and stats-driven type guy. So again, bringing a lot of talent in, and we'll see how that goes. Now, in the preferences, Kevin and Ryan both selected Cologne's Crushers as their preferred team. So we're going to flip to see who wins that team, and then the runner-up in that draw will then take over Gojmrak's team. So we're going to do that now. So we'll get that out of the way. I have here on my phone something called Just Flip a Coin. So we're going to flip this best 2 out of 3. I'm going to assign just alphabetically. Kevin Klein will get heads, Ryan Ralph will get tails. We'll do 2 out of 3 and see who gets what. So here comes the first flip. And it's heads. So that's a 1 for Kevin. I'm going to flip again. That's heads. So that's 2. Just flip again to make sure that, oh, heads does seem to come up an awful lot. Oh, there's a tails. So tails does work on this. Fortunately, Kevin took the best 2 out of 3 on the draw. So he will be assigned Cologne's Crushers, and Ryan Ralph will get the Diamond Cutters. And that about does it for team assignments. I've received 1 payment in. Big play Laflay. It's good with the money, so that's good to see. I need to get all that money in by the draft. I was chasing a little bit of it in football. It's never fun. So it has to come to me via electronic payment so that I can track it. So email it to me, geary.phil@gmail.com. $75 this year. Payout structure will be almost identical to last year, but I'm going to carve out a slight administrative fee from the payout because we want to work in a trophy of some type. I've got an idea of what I'm going to do for it. I don't know how much it's going to cost, so I will send out a revised payout structure once we get going, and we'll go from there. But we'll keep the admission fee the same, $75 like last year, and we'll just change the payout a little bit. And if we think going forward that payout isn't enough, we can add the admin fee into the league fee. Only other thing as far as league news that I want to touch on is it's been brought up that the season was maybe 2 weeks too long last year. We went right down to the last day, and as you know, that can sometimes cause some problems with respect to players sitting and teams not giving full effort. So I'm going to shorten the season by 2 weeks if possible. I think I can put any end date in there I want. I'm going to go with 2 weeks shorter so that our playoffs are actually well before the end of the season and not too much of this nonsense about sitting people and sitting pitchers and starting openers, which you're probably going to see a lot more this year. But as the season wears on, you'll probably see even more of that. So we're going to get out of that as much as we can, shorten the season by 2 weeks. I'm not going to put that to a league vote because I don't think it really changes strategy very much. It's more or less just picking a point in time when the season ends. So I'm going to do that. If anyone's got a big beef on that, send me a note and we can talk it through and maybe put it to a vote. But I'm just gonna make that decision now and deal with anyone who's got a problem with it at a later date. I don't have a keeper deadline or draft set, but usually the keeper deadline is a week before the draft, and then the draft is usually a couple days before the season starts, so plan accordingly for that. Now that the teams have been assigned, you can get in there and start doing your homework and do anything that you need to do. And we'll lock down the dates when I have some time to look at it. Outside of that, I think that's all that I wanted to talk about. Mainly, I just wanted to welcome everybody. I think everything's shaping up to be a very competitive season this year. I mean, if football is any indication of kind of the interaction that we're going to have, especially in the Yahoo chat, I mean, it was an extremely entertaining season for me, and I know a lot of the other guys expressed that to me as well. So I'm looking forward to it. Got new managers on board who are really interested. So, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking to try and put some more videos out. I didn't do many last year because I was just incredibly busy, but I'm going to try to stay more involved to try to keep everybody engaged and keep things moving forward. So that's my 10 cents. And looking forward to a great year, guys. Any questions, comments, you can put them here on this YouTube video, but I don't know how many people check that out. So hit the message boards on Yahoo and let me know what your thoughts are. Looking forward to a good year, and I'm out.